Hello, boys and ghouls, and welcome to another edition of the Hair Metal Massacre podcast. I'm Steve, and I still think about you. What about you, Fincher? Are you looking for some monkey business?
Oh, I'm always up to some monkey business, man.
Monkey business is good business.
I can't help myself.
Usually. Well, we're back.
I do like ginger snaps, though.
I hear you. Ginger's always good with his hair color, I gotta say. Well, last episode, she got yanked from Spotify, but she's still on YouTube. The Cinderella Night songs we're talking about is still available on YouTube and Rumble. So
They give you an explanation why they pull these things?
Copyright infringement, even though I chop it the hell up when I go to the editing to like make it not the congruent song that we listen to. My man gave me a tip though. What we're going to practice tonight and see what happens. Speed it up or slow it down a little. And he also chops the fuck out of his stuff.
I guess you could move it up to like 1.5 speed or something.
I'm 1.05 or something I got it on. So we'll do that. Shout out to my man VHS Neon. I've posted some of his videos. He's made some cool retrospectives and stuff on different bands and different genres and stuff. He's pretty cool. VHS Neon on YouTube. Check him out. There's some news, Venture, in the rock hair metal world. Did you hear about our good buddy Marq today?
No.
So news to me, Marq is a landlord. Did anybody know this? Last I heard, he was kind of a deadbeat dad back on child support payments. About 10 years ago, he got arrested for such.
Damn.
I mean, I understand that racket, that literal racket, can be some bullshit, but anyway.
Most things involving women is.
Yeah, that's how it be. Well, let me share the screen here, and we'll watch. There's a little video of his tenants and him. Here we are at the good old Metal Sludge, one Stevie Rochelle. Bullet Boy's Marq has been involved in a dispute with renters who accuse him of being a crooked landlord. Police and paramedics were called. What the actual fuck? Now, I know Bullet Boys are LA based, and I guess, he was smart and bought some property when they made a little cheddar off that first record. And so anyway, in a series of social media videos shared May 3rd, a Los Angeles couple is sharing their story and accusing the landlord of being crooked. The landlord is none other than Marq of Bullet Boys. And the video shows an argument between the singer and a male and female couple. The video appeared on Facebook on Sunday night. And it shows Taurine in a heated exchange with a pair of renters, what appears to be the singer's family's property. Oh, it's family property. Okay. Several videos show Taurine in plain view. A single video shows a female, which is alleged to be Taurine's sister, who appeared to be confronting the couple over a rental dispute. Initial video shows Taurine in an exchange with a male, while the female voice is heard on the line with some form of authority. Whether the police paramedics is unclear. The type message that accompanies the clip notes were both called. So let's just go play the video. I guess we could get a better. I sampled this earlier today. I didn't get too deep on it. And Hair Metal Guru, of course, he's on top of it. He's good. Yeah, here we go.
Come on. You're going to turn that phone off or get off my property.
We're going to pack our things.
No, you're not. You're not going to do that. You better shut that off right now.
We're packing our things.
Are you going to leave?
I'm hyperventilating. I'm hyperventilating.
You're on drugs.
No, I'm not on drugs, Marq.
Okay, let's get to that.
Here's what she says. I don't normally post stuff like this, but this washed out 80s rock star Marq from the Bullet Boys is a crooked landlord along with his crazy sister. They let people move in, no lease, a $500 deposit, and make them pay cash only, so no record. They are Hotel California. At first, it's pink champagne on ice. But what it really is you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. He just screwed over my fake kids. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's people that she is so close to, she feels like they're her kids, but that's what she said. He just screwed over my fake kids, who kindly gave him a 30-day notice and paid him $1,750 for him to turn on them and throw them on the street 3 days later. I hope this goes viral. They had to call the police and the paramedics. Nobody messes with my kids. Now, maybe she's right. Okay, maybe Marq is guilty of that. However, I've seen enough things online of squatters who are screwing over land.
Yeah, that do be happening too.
Yeah, I hardly ever believe people who come forward with stories like this. 43 years of being alive, there's a thing called pattern recognition. 9 times out of 10, people are full of fucking shit. They just want attention and they want to fucking cry victim.
Yeah, renters can be quite a handful. Because I've myself thought about years ago, hell, back in my early 20s, about owning a few properties, and I'm like, oh, the headache of that, the possible headache of that is a gamble.
Dude. Pretty much everybody I know that had rental properties has unloaded them. Even my team lead now, I think at one point he had 9 rental properties. He's got 1 left.
That's probably because that's a good tenant.
Basically, yeah. I think it's somebody that's been there forever, and they're like an old person, and he's like, I'm not going to screw him over.
Yeah, yeah.
But all them other ones, he's fucking sold them off. He's like, fuck this. Justin Brooks' dad, he did the same thing.
Oh, okay.
He had a bunch of rental properties. He's like, fuck this noise. He unloaded all his rental properties, got into the storage unit business.
Okay. Well, hope everything gets worked out with that. Hope Marq's up and up landlord. Who knows? We'll find out. We'll keep you posted. We'll be following this story closely here at the Hair Metal Massacre with all the cutting edge news. Well, tonight's record is an anniversary record. Imagine that with us. She turns 35 this year. It's Danger Danger's second record, or sophomore effort, if you will. It's called Screw It. Very on the nose.
Thinly veiled.
Yeah, thinly veiled. This is on Epic Records, aka Sony. She was recorded at a studio called New River in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Suppose the band just kind of wanted to get away from they're from Jersey, New York, or Queens. They're from Queens. I would want to get away down to Florida too if I were them. It's produced by Bruno, the bass player, and Steve West, the drummer. Yeah, it came out October of '91. They were totally down in Florida in the winter recording this, I'd imagine, like February, March '91. And a little backstory on Danger Danger, if you don't know. They were formed in '86. They're on the fluffier side of the hair metal genre. More Warrant, Trickstery, Zone. Who am I thinking? Who am I leaving out? Trickster. Nelson.
Yeah, I was about to say Nelson. That's
very fluffy, that first Nelson. But we like some fluff here. Nothing against that.
Ladies like to rock you, man.
Yeah. So their first record came out in '89. Kind of late to the party, but hey, whatever. And we'll get around to reviewing that one. But we're doing this one because it's anniversary. Fetcher, fan of Danger Danger.
Generally speaking, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, they're not one of my favorite bands, but I've liked Danger Danger for years. Right time, right place. They're good to throw on.
I'd say medium level fan. Met Ted Poley on that first hair metal cruise I did. He gave me a guitar pick. It said Monsters of Rock Cruise. I was like, oh, thanks, man. If you don't know, I've seen Danger Danger at
we saw it M3, right?
Yeah. Well, they had Trickster's guitar player, Steve, who did the Ace record, the final Ace Frehley record, Steve Brown. That's his name. Anyway, and I've also seen him solo. And, solo, he plays nothing but Danger. I've seen him twice solo, actually. Always a good time. He'll be at Monsters on the Mountain. He claims he's packing it up, working on calling it a career. We'll see. Guys can't get off the stage. Hell, did you see Kiss is doing another landlocked cruise, like, in Vegas? Like, it's the cruise, but at a hotel. And they're playing. And it's like, yeah, of course they are. Shout out the Three Sides of the Coin podcast I was listening to today. They're a pretty prominent Kiss podcast. And I swear to you, they're on Gene's payroll now. Like, they're just talking about, hey, everybody, you ought to go. You know, the clock's ticking. You want to get autographs? You want to meet the band? You know, we're all getting older. You know, one day you won't be able to do this. Da-da-da. I was like, because I did an interview with Gene at the fucking thing last year, and I'm like, they
got a kickback.
They're getting their beak wet on that shit. Yeah, Gene's like, hey, it's going to promote my shit. Yeah, get everybody to come out to it. But I mean, the first one was successful. I don't think that really needs any promotion. So just never say never. And rock or wrestling, you know, people, especially in wrestling, God, people, I'll never go back to that company. Next thing you know, they're back.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
It's all part of it, man.
Oh, there are 3 singles. Hold up. Let me get some other info. Oh, Rock Candy magazine had to say this about the record. By the end of the 80s, the hard rock scene was bursting with a number of successful acts spearheaded by the likes of Guns N' Roses, Skid Row, Warrant, Slaughter, and Winger. Originating from New York, Danger Danger seemed poised to capitalize on this wave, especially after scoring success with their self-titled debut album, which broke in the U.S. charts and earned them gold status and extensive MTV airplay. All eyes were therefore on the release of their second album, Screw It, which was issued in October of 91. However, there was a problem. The music scene had changed considerably, leaving melodic, catchy pop rock bands to battle over tougher terrain as the rise of grunge suddenly reared its all-conquering head. This rendered bands like Danger Danger out of sync with the prevailing winds. This impressive 5-piece had returned to the studio earlier in 91, armed with another collection of insanely catchy songs, with a mindset to bulldoze their way through any tough resistance. The fact of the matter is they did their job delivering an album brimming with potential, sadly with lack of support from their label, radio, and MTV, all switching allegiance at this point to the emerging new scene. The band were left battling into an impossible-to-overcome headwind. This is where they're talking about the producers, not... Yeah, Erwin, Dutch studio wizard, Erwin Musper. I think he was the engineer, probably. Because the record says the good bass player and drummer. Weird.
Yeah, he co-produced, engineered, and mixed the record.
Gotcha. Contains a number of top-notch tracks, including Don't Blame It on Love, Crazy Nights, Beat the Bullet, and not forgetting Monkey Business, all of which in another time and place might have continued their upward momentum. This album is considered a cult favorite among glam hair metal fans. I suppose you do kind of got to really be into it to know about this record. They're not just Motley Crue or Poison.
Yeah.
And Rock Candy put out a special deluxe collector's edition a few years back in 2023. It's fully remastered, shaped from 24-bit digital technology. There was a 16-page full color booklet, 4,000-word essay, and enhanced artwork. So, how about that, Rock Candy?
I do like how Rock Candy's done that with some of the more obscure releases. I own a few. I don't own that one. I own an original copy of Screw It here, but...
Do they do vinyl? I have no idea. I've known about them for a while, but...
I think...
I've looked that up.
I think, but I do appreciate they've made a lot of what used to be really hard to find titles. They've made prices drop a lot with some of those reissues, so I'm very grateful for that. Plus, getting the remaster process, a lot of those essays are really cool in there, bonus photos, and if you're a music nerd like me and Steve, you'll appreciate it. So that's...
I know they did Girl, which was Phil Lewis of LA Guns singing, and Phil from Def Leppard's first band that sort of broke. Talk about a cult fan base. That's one there for you. Girl. Look them up.
I think I
All right,
will. I never knew about that.
Yeah, they both, both Englishmen, and they had 2 albums at least, and then went their separate
Well, I
ways.
know what I'm doing after we finish recording tonight.
Yeah, girl. There you go.
Is it on Spotify? Do you know?
I think so.
Damn. If not, I'll find it somewhere.
Well, let's get into it. First song is a single. Well, there's like a little intro.
Yeah, it's Ginger Snaps.
Yeah, Ginger Snaps.
Got that Spanish guitar. Shit's hot, man.
So yeah, man, Monkey Business. What are your thoughts, Fincher?
I think Monkey Business is a prime early 90s song from this genre. It's hella fun. It's got a great hook.
Totally.
Love the hook in this song. But it's just a fun song for this genre. Like I said, it's a little I feel like this album as a whole is a little juvenile as far as the subject matter and the
stupid.
Get it? But I still like it for what it is. It's no offense to this album. This is one of those albums that sounds better after I'm about like 3 or 4 beers deep. I'm not being hateful. I just mean like, if you're out at the pool, hanging out at a party, this is a great album.
I feel you.
If you want to put in something that kind of generates thought, this album may kind of leave you.
This is no Annihilator.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't Armored Saint. This isn't Queensryche. It's not this is not thinking man's music, but it's fun man's music.
This is horny man's music.
That too, yeah. But that's a great way to kick this album off. It's a great vibe, and I believe this song was a pretty huge hit in England when it came out, even though it kind of flopped in the States. I do think that was a shining point, as it really took off in the UK.
Oh, that's rad. Huh. Them Limeys got it. Shout out
Luckily,
to
grunge never really took hold there. I mean, they knew about it, but it was never just like, oh, whatever.
Well, they gave us Bush, their reaction to Nirvana.
That's true.
But yeah,
everything's in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is totally like a fun song. Like, dude, the riff is catchy as hell. Everything about it's just a hook.
Mm-hmm.
And the video, good God, there's some hot lady action in that fucking video. They know.
No, there's some eye candy for sure.
Mama. So put this one on your playlist, at least this track.
Especially your summertime pool parties. You got to.
Yeah, it's totally pool party music. Yeah. All right, let's get to the next track. I want to Slipper the Big One.
She really knocked me out. Did me with a spark in her eye, and she said, "Come on, baby, we could have a good time." So I slipped her the big one. I really knocked her out. Oh yeah. Slipped her the big one. I really knocked her out. Oh yeah.
All right, I thought there was maybe a solo, but I guess she's just repetitive and chill, bopping along to her beat. Here's Slipping Her the Big One. Fincher thoughts
on about summer sausages.
Exactly. Polish kielbasa. I mean, what else is there to say about this song? It's dumb. It's fun. I mean,
it's equal parts. It's very dumb, but it's also very fun.
You can't beat dumb fun.
It's just being honest. This is this dumb juvenile dude music,
They were like, we're writing
this is just guys hanging out, having a good time. It's like, nobody's being real serious about nothing. It's just fucking good time shit.
I can see the acid wash jeans and the bum equipment or hypercolor shirts, the backwards hat and the Budweiser's popping open. I can envision it all right here. Like 91, bro, or 92. Well,
take me back.
Yeah. Spuds McKenzie.
I busted out my Spuds McKenzie t-shirt from '87.
Oh yeah,
a couple weekends ago.
Shout out to Spuds McKenzie. He's great. I've always wanted to write a song called Spuds McKenzie, but it's never really worked. Like, just as a song title, had nothing to do with the song. But I'll get around to it one of these days. Yeah, Spence McKenzie. It's just a kind of a what do you call that? Moderate rock bopper. She don't get really too crazy with the tempo.
I think it's one of the 3 best songs on the album too.
This one coming up, Beat the Bullet. I think she was a single, and this is like the opener of their live album. This song. And
interesting.
Funnily enough, Ted Poley is not the singer on the live album. Yeah, they split. I don't know exactly what happened. I should have been a good podcast host and looked that up. But they kissed and made up, obviously, years later. There's another guy singing on that live album, Live Nude Tonight, or whatever the hell it's called, from 95. But here we go. I'm going to Beat the Bullet. Also the name of a Vane song. Before this. Also a good song.
Comes a time a man's got to draw the line. You put a target on my heart. Go ahead and take your best shot. Whoa, gonna beat the bullet. You can't shoot me down. Beat the bullet. Ready, aim, fire. Come on and blow me away.
Vance, your thoughts on Beat the Bullet?
I like to know what other people think, whether you agree with me or not, but I feel like anybody who's never listened to this album, at least for me, this song really stands out in the genre as a whole. I don't feel like the song doesn't fall into any trope. The song doesn't fall into any kind of stereotype. And it's also abnormally mature for the rest of this album. In a sense. But I'm a big fan of this song, man. I really am. It's just there's something intangible about it that just grabs me.
I feel you.
It's not a stereotypical ballad. It doesn't sound like some forced bullshit. It's I don't know, man. Lyrically, it's great. Musically, it's great. I love those kind of Spanish guitar touches because I'm a fucking nerd like that. But
I enjoy the juxtaposition of, like I said, this song compared to the others on the record. It's way more mature and lyrically.
No, it's out on its own island, but yeah, I love it, man.
It's dealing with real shit and test me, bro. But yeah, it's got a whole different feel, and that intro is cool, and what I really like is the chorus, how they add that acoustic guitar.
Oh fuck yeah, man!
That's what's up. That's what's
I feel
up.
like the song should have been in Wayne's World 2.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it should have been. I feel like it would have fit on the Wayne's World 2 soundtrack. In my opinion, this is one of the songs of all of the late era, kind of early 90s of this genre.
Are you like me?
I feel like this song really stood a chance about putting grunge back in its place.
I hear you.
Because it was so unique, you know what I mean? I mean, it's nothing mind-blowing, but there's an aura, an audio vibe about the song.
It holds its own.
It's not falling to any tropes. It's not like like one of those soft, heavy songs. It's not just some obligatory ballad.
It holds its own. It's coming out swinging. It's raw. Yeah. Are you like me? He's talking about Wayne's World soundtrack. Can you remember the smell of a Warner Brothers tape? Like the paper it had a very distinct smell, and the tapes were blue.
Yep.
That takes me back. Wow.
Absolutely, man.
I'm pretty sure I had the Wayne's World 1 soundtrack on. Yeah.
I've got it on CD somewhere around here. I think I've got the second one too, I think.
Swing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Mike Myers? He disappeared.
I think he
No,
got woke and unfunny.
he popped up in the Queen movie. He was a record exec or something. I was like, shit, that's Mike Myers. Oh. And it breaks my heart that they never made the fourth Austin Powers. They were talking about For Your Thighs Only. That would have been cool. Goldmember was but yeah, that would have been cool. For Your Thighs Only.
Those were also really dumb but really fun movies.
Yeah, I remember listening to like on Sirius the Little Steven's Underground Garage, and they'll have that English guy on Saturdays. I guess he's still on there. I don't know. And like he was talking about he doesn't like, because this guy was older. He was like, I guess probably a mod back in the day. He's like, oh, I don't like Austin Powers. It basically shits on the 60s. I'm like, yeah, but that's why it's funny. It's like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that for some reason. I was like, yeah, you got a point, but still, it's what's funny. Is this Think About You? It is. I still think about you. It's going out to you, Shelly, Cindy, Madeline,
Crystal,
alone in bed,
Misty.
crazy thoughts running through my head, thinking about you. I've been walking down the same old road, trying hard to forget you, but I just can't let you go. I still think about you. Do you think about me? I still think about you. No matter where you go, just as sure as a cold wind blows, I still think about you. Do you think about me?
Fincher. When I think about I Still Think About You, does a certain other song come to mind? Perhaps.
For me, it feels like highly derivative of Warrant's Heaven.
Yeah. It's
I
I've
don't know how
literally
anybody else feels, but
you can literally sing the lyrics of Heaven over this.
yeah,
And it pretty much matches.
yeah, it's they change up just enough to not get sued. I feel like,
Yeah. Jamie
but
Lane coming for that ass.
yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of this song. I feel like it's just obligatory. Like the band felt like they had to, or the label was like, "Where's your fucking ballad, guys?"
It's easy cheese.
Yeah, and another reason I'm not a big fan of the song, even if it was derivative, I feel like it was just written to be a ballad. I don't feel like anybody kind of wrote this from the heart.
It's
And I
very.
could be wrong. I don't want to cheapen anyone's experiences in life. I don't really know, but I don't feel any authenticity in this song as a ballad. Other ballads I do.
It's very sterile.
That's what I'm saying. It's just kind of like it's 1991. You know, you got to make a ballad. MTV wants a ballad. Radio wants a ballad. The label wants a ballad. Your manager is telling you got to make a fucking ballad. So they made a fucking ballad. You know,
it's just how it is.
Yeah, it's just I'm not not the hugest fan of this song, but I've also heard worse. So
True. All right. Well, I agree. It's it's like, okay, they're like, oh, well, Heaven and fucking Every Rose Has its Thorn, and let's kind of go. Let's get in that lane, and nobody will know. That was years ago. Shit. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. We got a lot of tracks on this bitch.
Please get your shit together.
Here we are, the movie soundtrack song. For sure.
Hey, honey, think it's so funny that you said romance and queen. Jukebox junkie, find another flunky. I'm tired of that old scene. Here, kitty, you're so damn pretty, but your looks ain't good enough. You put the bus and take it to the promised land, but you're going nowhere fast. The lines of your face getting clear. Pull your head out of the sand. Get your shit together. Do it while you can.
I've got it. It's like a chase scene in the movie, right?
Absolutely.
Like they stole something and they're on the run, and or also envision like skydiving to this quick edit skydiving collage of stuff. I don't Point Breakish. I don't know. Shout out to Point Break, great movie. Thoughts on Get Your Shit Together, Fetch?
It's an overall fun song, but I feel like at this point we're just licking stamps and mailing stuff in. To be honest with you, it's just the label saying the studio time. We made them a gold record. Let's just make a bunch of shit. You know, we're getting fucked up. Whatever. It's a fun song, but it's in my opinion, it's pretty uninspired. Like I said earlier at the start of the show, this album I feel like overall about 3 beers deep hits a lot harder than if you're just trying to listen to this thing sober. It's like,
now, what kind of beer are we talking? 3 beers deep.
Oh, any kind of beer, man.
I feel like it's a very Coors Light kind of album. Although I don't fuck with Coors Light, I feel like it's a very Coors Light kind of album.
Yeah, it's Coors Light, Miller Lite album.
Yeah, we're both Miller Lite guys, in case no one knew.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know the fuck they were partying down in Fort Lauderdale, like making this record. Yeah, I wonder how many Teddy bars are in Fort Lauderdale? Probably plenty.
Especially back then, like Fort Lauderdale wasn't really cleaned up in the city it is today.
Right,
It wasn't rich people Miami back then.
Probably still a little seedier, a little dirtier. Yep, I could see it now. Bruno and the boys. Well, let's move on to the next song. Yeah, you know the song's get it together, girl. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Speaking of strippers, when the stripper chick's like 35, it's like, honey, what? You can go to tech or something? What are you still stripping? Like, I mean, some ladies can hold it up. Shout out to Marissa Tomei and The Wrestler. That was she was still holding it down as an older stripper, but it's few and far between, I guess. Yeah, sure. Next track, Crazy Nights.
Going out tonight, gonna start a little trouble in town, 'cause it's alright.
I instantly think of playing whack-a-mole to this song, like arcade montage. Yes.
Yeah, it's alright. Got my 350 Chevy 4 on the floor. Love to hear the sound of the engines. Oh, what a feeling. What a feeling. Cruising down the boulevard, searching for the Queen of Hearts, looking for some action. Whoa, just another crazy night, having such a good time. Crazy nights, we'll forget the morning after. Just another crazy night, flooded with disaster, but it feels so right. Oh yeah.
So I guess they were like, hey, Wild in the Streets by Bon Jovi. We want one of those too. So
Yeah.
we're from New York. Oh, they're from Jersey. Oh, Crazy Nights. Wait, Kiss had Crazy Nights too. But that's more about playing the shows. And don't forget, Priest had Wild Nights, Hot Crazy Days from Turbo, one of the few good songs on Turbo. You like that one?
I appreciate Turbo more than a lot of people do.
It's got more gems than people give it credit for.
That's what I'm saying. I don't love it, but a lot of people just totally shit on that record. I'm like, nah, Turbo isn't their greatest work, but don't shit on it like that.
They've got worse in their catalog.
The big time.
Big time. Yeah, anything to say about Crazy Nights Venture?
Be honest, I'm going to piggyback on you. I feel like it's another kind of fun but highly derivative and somewhat lazy track. I think it's just kind of ripping off of like you said, Bon Jovi's Wild in the Streets. Well, yeah, Crazy Nights, Wild in the Streets. I mean, it sounds like a good time though. You combine those two, but
yeah,
it's like I say, it's a fun song. It's not really.
It's about the same beat as the last song, the BPM. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. I feel like they're just kind of mailing shit in. They're like, oh yeah. Well, we already had that drum track. Let's throw some fucking shit on top of it.
I wonder if the logic was like, 2 hits. That's all that matters. No one's gonna listen to the rest of it.
Well, to be honest with you, man, I think that probably honestly had something to tie in with it because back in this era, I don't have to tell you, people of a certain age know MTV at that point was bigger than radio.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had one, maybe 2 big hits, big videos on MTV that would be played at least moderately on rotation for a good year and a half, album quality really didn't matter so much unless you were just the type band who cared about such a thing.
Right.
But like you were saying earlier, I think these guys are just more like, let's party, make a couple of good hits, make some more money, go on tour.
Not everyone's out there making a Queensrÿche empire. Yeah.
No.
Definitely not. You know what's always bothered me about that album cover, how it's all pixelated? It's like, you think they'd have updated that. I don't know. Like a remastered
well, my thoughts on that was, I think when it came out in 90, that pixelated shit looked like highly futuristic. It was like, whoa, computer graphics, holy shit.
Yeah, true.
But then you fast forward, it looks like shit. But back in those days, it was like, whoa.
Friday night, I've been working all week. Time to get busy, no time to sleep. Going downtown and get some touch. I'm not the kind of guy to beat around the bush. I think about it every night in my sleep. Oh yeah, while I'm driving in my car. Can't live without it, my obsession runs deep. Well, I say screw it, my mama dad do it, and that's good enough for me. Everybody wants some, everybody needs some. Oh, I love you.
Ah, yes, the Titty Bar song. Yes. This one's fun. Something else I've noticed about Danger Danger, they're big on the pre-choruses. A lot of pre-choruses going on, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're strong. This pre-chorus, though, especially kind of reminds me of Show a Little Love when Lillian acts. It's got kind of that little kind of riff.
Yeah.
Kind of like their pre-chorus on that song. Yes. Oh, weird.
I'm trying to think. There's some Bon Jovi song that this reminds me of as well.
It's also kind of Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Once again, a little derivative. It's still fun in its own right, but it's I don't think nobody really went out of their way here in the songwriting department.
Yeah, they weren't reaching too far.
Yeah, they're like, hey, fuck it works. Let's go back out and let's go back to the Titty Bar.
Back to the Titty Bar. Yeah. I wonder if that's some good Cuban food while they're in Fort Lauderdale. Shout out to Cuba.
I love good Cuban food. I need to get me a Cuban wife, man.
There you go. Get you that.
Get her from shit. That bitch would act right. You know what I mean?
Word. I don't know. Depends if she grew up under Fidel or not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she'd be like, "Oh my God, this is paradise, heaven on earth." Like, that's right, bitch. I'm gonna send you back. Better fucking act right.
Wow. Well, watch out for she might give you the Cuban necktie. Oh shit. Nah, man. What's really good? Shout out to Tropical Grill, chicken grill around here. It's a local chain. Shout out to Lazaro, who owns it. The blackened chicken with the yellow rice and the black beans, the curry sauce. That's good stuff. I mean, I'm sure it's a very
man. I love tropical grill,
Americanized,
dude.
but shit's on point. I've been a fan since they opened back like 2012 or whatever. Back when
I
there
used
was
to go
only
there
one.
for lunch a lot years ago.
Me too. Yeah.
Sad they opened one close to me, and I still hadn't been to it yet. But we were talking before we started recording. I just don't eat out like I used to, man. Costs too damn much.
I actually walked to that one because my truck broke down, or the liftgate broke down. This was back around Thanksgiving last year. My liftgate broke; it wouldn't go up. I tried all my usual, I tried all my usual tactics: bang on the solenoid, check the fluid level, fuses, nothing. So the best they could do me was to send out our machine repair guy, who's not trained in working on these things, but okay. But he is a problem solver at least. So it was, I was over at Steve's Muffler, if you know where that is, over by.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my customers. So I'm like, well, it's Friday. Fuck, I was going to eat out anyway. So I guess I'll walk over to that new Cuban chicken. I call it Cuban chicken. And have me some Cuban chicken. Then I'll walk back. And so Jay, we actually had the tow truck come out, right? But we used the tow truck to pick up the gate and strap it tight, and so it wouldn't fall over, and went down to the shop and dropped it off. And that was not much work was done that day, but whatever. This happens with driving a truck.
It does. I did that. It does.
Stuff be happening. Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next track, which is Don't Blame It on Love.
You thought you had everything that you wanted, but something was wrong from the moment they started. But I've had enough, girl, you're not fooling me. You got one too many tricks up your sleeve. Come on, baby, don't be, don't blame it on love. The tough get going when the going gets tough. Sooner or later, I'll be calling your bluff. Why don't blame it on love?
What? What is that from? It's derivative of something. Man, we're really crapping on the danger, but I mean, we're just being critical.
That's our job, man. When everything ain't gonna be the best.
Everything ain't roses and puppy dogs.
It's like everything else in life, man. Every day ain't fucking sunshine and roses. Sometimes you got to go through some dog shit. Not that this album's dog shit. I'm not at it that bad.
I agree.
There's another song. I feel like this song reminds me of a lesser known band, not necessarily a hair band, but like a harder rock band. But I wish I could think about what I'm. I don't know. It's right on the tip of my tongue, and I know I've heard it, but I listen to too much fucking music for me to be able to.
I know the feeling.
I got way too much shit floating around in my head, music wise, all the time.
Mm-hmm. You ever get like annoyed that some song gets stuck in your head for no reason? It just kind of pops up. It's like, wait, why?
Dude, I'm not lying to you. About 10 years ago, when I was at the peak of about to lose my mind, this is no bullshit. For like 15 months straight, every fucking day, as soon as my eyes would open up and I would wake up, goddamn Lick It Up was playing in my brain. I was like, fucking stop. God damn it. It's every fucking waking moment was Lick It Up. And I could not make it stop. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. This is But anyway, I guess there's worse songs, but too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
I thought that was just an inside joke with all y'all. Jesus, so it was really stuck in your head.
Wake up from a nap, like, Look It Up. God damn it.
All right, next track. Coming Home.
half of my life on the run from tired love and endless heartache. I feel like I'm ready for a change. And I made some mistakes in the past, even some I've learned to live with. I was so confused, I had nothing to lose but you. And that's the last thing I wanted. I'm coming home.
That kind of sounds like a Thin Lizzy song.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like Soldier of Fortune, actually. Huh. Thoughts on Coming Home, Fincher?
It kind of reminds me of a Nelson B-side.
Got a name on it?
No, I just mean just in general, it sounds like it would be a
Oh,
B-side.
I
Right?
see what you're saying now.
Yeah,
it's kind of
once
Nelson.
again, I'll say this: it's a well-written song, even though it does sound very sterile and cheap and soulless and heartless, but it is executed well and it's produced very well.
Give it credit where credit's due.
Before we start, this whole album, regardless of the quality of the songs, I feel like the band's on point.
Oh
As
yeah.
far as musicianship and like executing it, like they're there. But I don't know. This song just feels like there's no heart in it, I guess is what I'm saying. There's just no soul in this song. It's just like somebody wrote it. I almost feel like somebody, and I don't think this is the case, but I feel like an outside writer gave the band this song and then they just played it. They have no connection to it. They're just like, yeah, it's.
I much more prefer Kisses Coming Home, especially the unplugged version. It's good song. Yeah, it's kind of milquetoast, like well,
Enough's Coming Home. It's a very quality song, by the way.
it makes me think about the desert or something. I don't know. Riding motorcycle across
I
the
mean,
desert.
this song has its place. I mean, like you said, if I'm like just taking a day trip, driving around looking at beautiful scenery, like out the desert, at the beach,
The
it's
beach,
great to have in the
yes.
background.
Let's move on to the horny SOB.
Stop, I can't say no, I got sex on the brain. It's nothing me insane. I got the edge, I got the edge. I keep on scratching, but it only makes me sweat. I'm in love, I'm in lust, I'm in need of a fish. I'm a horny son of a bitch.
Talkbox. You know what's weird? They do a lot of 2 guitar shit for a 1 guitar band. Yeah, weird. Anyway, gotta appreciate Mr. Poley's transparency here. I'm a horny son of a bitch. What do you want from me, huh? Yeah, I know how he feels. Yeah.
Well, we've all been there.
Oh yeah. Thankfully, I haven't lost that edge. That would suck. Venture, thoughts on horny SOB?
It's pretty juvenile lyrically, but I feel like musically it's pretty elevated, especially that squat box solo we heard. That's pretty unique to this genre.
Not everybody can pull that off.
That's what I'm saying. Not everybody can pull that off, and it's got a great. This could almost be a Skid Row song, off Slave to the Grind. I feel like it's got that driving beat, and I could hear Sebastian singing this song.
I can too. Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, generally, like I say, the subject matter is. I'm not saying it's not fun, but it's pretty juvenile and stupid. But it's once again, that's 3 or 4 beers. It's a little more relatable.
See, I had to go get me a Miller Lite because we were talking about beers. I said,
yeah, I had to go get one, man. I
Doing
got
all
some
these
Keystones
tracks.
still in there.
Those some Keystones?
Hell yeah. I'm classy, man.
Keystone. Right on. Yeah, it's a driving, fun little track. I don't think I could bang to it though. That'd be too much. I gotta take it a little easier, mama. What the fuck? Whew.
It's like the type of song I would want to hear if it was possible. Like I'm at Myrtle Beach, right? You have a few drinks at the Bowery, you're leaving, you're walking back to the Strip, you're gonna go down the block to the arcade. And in that moment, this song is playing. And then you enter the arcade, you start playing skee ball. Then the song ends.
Entrance music.
Yeah, entrance music. It's like, let's go.
There you go. There you go. Well, let's do our next one. After you go to the arcade, you can find your way back home.
Fat chance.
Yeah. Uber.
I still remember how you looked the day we met. Picture perfect innocent, a smile you can't forget. My little flower, you were sunshine when it rained. A rainbow in a clear blue sky, the sweetest song that ever played. If you take me by the hand, open up your heart, I'll help you find your way back home. Have a little faith, don't give up on love, I'll help you find your way back home.
I gotta say, I've never made it this far into this record, and so we're reviewing it.
Really?
Yeah, I've never got this far down. Shout out to the Beatles organ there at the intro.
I'm glad you think that because I think this song is like this is like their Beatles tribute song.
Yeah, kind of a nuffy feely. I could hear Chip singing this, or excuse me, Donnie. No, Chip's the singer now. No. Of Enough's Enough.
Oh yeah. Actually, they could do this song, and no offense to Danger, but could probably actually do it better.
That's what I just thought too.
Yeah.
This song is fucking 6 minutes and 14 seconds, bro. Hold up, let's see here.
I had oddly enough, I specifically went back to this song like an hour and a half before we recorded this, even though I've listened to this album all the way through several times. But when I did my review and made my notes and whatnot, I don't know why I wanted to go back to this song and not for a good reason. I was like, was it really as bad as I remember? And it just, and it's not really that bad. I mean, I'll give them a high grade for the going out on a limb there, because once again, I can't really think of any other band in this genre who made anything remotely close to that. Whether it's good or not, I don't really think it hit the mark. At least not for me, it didn't. But kudos to them for fucking doing it, man. You know, like
trying something a little different.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Kudos to them for trying something different. You know.
Oh shit.
Reminds me of a song, I can't remember the name of it right now, off Enough's Enough second album, String.
Stay tuned, kids. We'll be reviewing that one day too.
That's actually one of the Rock Candy reissues I have. I got the original version and the Rock Candy reissue.
Sweet. All right, next track. Yeah, you want it.
Oh God, this really should have never been recorded.
Yeah, this is
worse than Guns N' Roses' My World.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, it's, and I honestly, it's hard to be worse than that.
I mean, it's like, let's get our Run DMC Beastie Boys on. We're from Queens. Fuck it. This is what they were thinking. Oh, let's. Laser tag.
Right.
Shit.
I see you looking at me from across the room with your backstage pass. A rodeo. Ooh, girl, you act so cool. You like to play it shy.
Ask your dad, please, but he still says no.
You got the wild sex fire. You want it. Yeah, you want it.
You know what? That reminds me of something. Have you ever heard Bret Michaels, You Know You Want It?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have.
I have sent it to you before, haven't I? Yes.
Yeah, I love Bret Michaels and especially Poison. I just try to remember. I just try to make my brain think that doesn't exist.
Well, you know what? I want to torture our listeners with this atrocity, if you will. There we go. Suffer. This is what y'all get. You know you want it.
Check 1 2 1 2. Are you ready for this? 1 2 3. You know you want it. You know you get it, so you got it, so you flaunt it. Back up. You know you want it. You know you want it. You know you get it, so you got it, so you flaunt it.
This is the best part.
You like this party? You're dressed to kill. You know you own it in them 6-inch heels.
Who in Brett's camp said, yeah, dog, that's a good idea. You should fucking put that out. Like he's in the you want it? Like, yeah,
Can
dog.
we review the Macho Man Randy Savage rap album?
He does, and they re-released that shit on vinyl.
Dear God.
Recently too. I'm like,
I discovered that by chance back in the 90s going to Walmart with a buddy of mine, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, I bought it, and then I was like, what the fuck is this?
Macho Man rapping, dog.
I've still got that somewhere around here. That's probably in a box in the attic because I don't want to look at it. But
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was reissued on it was orange vinyl. I was like, why does this exist? Or maybe it was hot pink. Hell, I can't remember. But I was very not interested in buying it. I was just like, I guess there's a cult fan base for everything now.
Everything's got its niche, yeah. Everybody's a hipster in their own way.
This is true. These days, hell. And people, we're going to skip the very last track because it's just kind of a reprise of Get Your Shit Together.
Not good. I feel like them adding those last two tracks actually made the quality of the album go down.
Doom.
It would have left those two doo-doo things off. It would have left a better impression on people.
Yeah.
And it also made me think, as much as I love this genre, I mean, hell, I'm a co-host on this podcast, but I'm like, that's exactly why this shit died. These guys got so fucking cornballed and were stupid with shit. Who wants to fucking listen to that?
Y'all driving that death knell. Damn, why?
Yeah. It's like, guys, if it wasn't already going bad enough, y'all just made it worse.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's that time again, Fincher. Will we whip out our gold skulls and give our rating for the record? I'm interested to hear your points. What you thought was great, what you thought was whack. For Danger, Danger, Screw It, their sophomore effort from 1991.
I feel like the album starts off hella interesting and hella strong. And I feel like that continues up until the fourth track. And I feel like it goes down a little bit there. Generally, it goes down, but it doesn't stay that. There's a couple of tracks in there that kind of raise it back up. Not all the way back to where we were, but, Get Your Shit Together, Crazy Nights, it kind of picks it back up a little bit, even though those are still kind of contrived, whatever. It's mostly down from there.
The central tracks?
Central tracks are the first three in my book: Monkey Business, Slip to the Big One, and Beat the Bullet. This album really did start off with a fucking bang, and Beat Your Bullet, I feel like, or not Beat Your Bullet, Beat the Bullet It's
I'll
the
beat my
highlight
bull at a
track.
time or two.
Yeah, hey, got him. Oh man, but I feel like that's the highlight track of the album. Just like I pointed out during the actual songs review, I can't think of any other song in his genre that is similar in sound and vibe to that one. It crushes. It's got a great energy. Uh, it's not corny. I don't feel like it's not contrived. But also the first two tracks are both hella fun party songs, you know, except I'm hanging out with people and the party's going on, monkey business, Slip to the Big One comes on, and I'm like, yeah, party time. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I feel like they couldn't keep that, the quality of the musicianship's there. Like I said, in this album is beautifully produced. Even the original non-remastered version, it sounds great, even nowadays, 35 years later, through a proper stereo. But yeah, that I'm still wrestling with what my final score is on this, but I know I'm going to have to pick one.
You want me to do mine when we come back?
No, I'm just going to go ahead and throw out and give it 2.
Cool.
I'm just going to give it 2.
I hear you. I'll say, yeah, the songwriting's there. The strong pre-choruses are there, but yeah, it just okay. Hey, there's too many fucking songs, even though it's 13 songs. Got an instrumental. No, wait, is it 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's like
6.
15 total. But there's like multiple parts, like the intros to other ones. So if they split those up, it would be a 17 track album.
Oh wow, yeah, true. Yeah, it's too much. I mean, most records, I think you should keep it 12 and under record number songs. Maybe saved some of these tracks for an EP that with some live tracks after the
100%.
tour.
Yep.
I mean, it would have been a good idea. I don't know who's managing them at the time, but anyway.
My only guess, and I don't want to cut you off, was I can only assume this album had a huge recording budget. And I can tell by looking at the original copy from 91, this album was DDD all the way across. This album was demos are in digital, track recording was in digital, final mastering was all digital, which for 91 was pretty fucking expensive. You know what I mean? Like most shit back then.
That's printed on there, DDD?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a thing. I was not aware of this.
Oh, you don't know like old CDs, but yeah, most albums at this time were AAD. It was like analog demoing, analog like kind of mixing, and then the final version was mastered and mixed in digital.
Oh, okay. Today I learned.
Oh, well,
I didn't know that coding was on there. Wow.
I thought I was, but yeah. Yeah, if you ever look at like older albums, so especially from like the later 80s and early 90s, there's usually a 3-digit code on a lot of those. It's either AAD, ADD, DDD. If it was a full analog, it would just say nothing, but it's on music fact. But yeah, I guess I'm a bigger music nerd than I realized knowing that type stuff. But
yeah, I'd never heard of such. Wow, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but it being like fully recorded and all digital, plus it had some sort of, I don't know if you were aware of this in the early 90s. They was like a bunch of these like digital processing sound systems that were supposed to like, I think it was kind of like a, what's that big digital recording software now?
Oh, Pro Tools.
Yeah, it's kind of like Pro
like
Tools where anybody could just use it. It was that type of shit.
Gotcha.
And this was like, what is it? It's very small font, but it's Ronald or something sound system. There's a couple of, one of the bigger ones. Either that's, I don't want to get too off track, but I can only assume their budget was huge, and that's why they had so many tracks on this fucking album and why it was recorded the way it was. And
I wonder if they're also kind of like, hell, this might be our last. Maybe they only had a 2-album deal with it.
They might have only had a 2-album deal, or maybe their manager was like, "Hey guys, the writing's on the wall. Milk this shit," just like Winker did with Pool.
Something's right around the corner. I don't know.
Yeah,
I got a feeling. Yeah, I'm also 2 Gold Skulls, and of course, first 3 tracks are I'd say those are definitely the essentials. Fun. Polly's always fun live. People go see Polly. He's great live. I recommend it. So is Danger if they ever actually play a show, which is very rarely. So I have an idea for our next record.
What's that?
We've discussed this before, but it's been a while. Matter of fact, I remember where I was when we discussed it via text. Casanova, their debut album, self-titled, I believe, also from 91.
Nice.
People will see the
I like to
graphic here.
revisit some of the lesser known things.
Yeah, we're going deep in the murky waters of hair metal albums you may not have heard before. We do the big and the small here. We're not afraid
Hey,
of
well, to
nothing.
blow your socks off, man.
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. Please get on Rumble. Well, first off, get on Rumble. It's better than YouTube. They still believe in free speech, and Rumble's great. So you make sure you get all of our episodes. We're trying our best to stay avoidant of copyright strikes and other spots, but we'll see. I'll see if this little experiment works with speeding the tracks up and all. All right. Follow us on Facebook. We have a page there, Hair Metal Massacre. Email us at hairmetalmassacre@gmail.com with questions, complaints, and ideas. And thank you for listening. Take her sleazy.